Hello everyone, welcome to This Day. It is Tuesday, November 8th, which is election day, so we'll tell you all about where you can do that in just a bit. All right, we have one meeting to tell you about, and that will be at 9:30 this morning, which will be immediately following our morning broadcast of This Day. And that is the United Board meeting, and that is in the boardroom virtually as well as televised. Virtually, you will want to go to lagunawoodsvillage.com/meetings, and that will provide you the link so you can follow along. On our show today, we have Manuel Gomez, who is our Director of Maintenance and Construction Department, and he's got some updates on the village that he would like to share with us. And then we have Dr. Ivan Ho with Pro Smiles OC, and he always has some great information about our teeth. All right, let's take a look at our weather. Well, of course, we are rainy all day today, and it looks like we're not going to let up until sometime this evening. I was traveling through the mountains this weekend, and boy, we got some snow up there, so that was very encouraging. Today, as I mentioned, rain all day, 58, 51. Tomorrow, 59, 49, 62, 49, 65, 51, and then 65, 50. Our sunrise this morning was at 6:16, and our sunset will be at 4:53, so getting dark kind of early. Now, a couple of announcements today. As I mentioned, it is Election Day, and you can vote in person at Laguna Woods City Hall. Started at 7 a.m., but you can do it all the way up till 8 p.m. Now, if you decide to mail in your ballot, of course, it does need to be postmarked by today. If you want more information, you go to ocvote.gov. Then also wanted to let you know that we are going to be honoring veterans on Veterans Day, and you will be able to go to Clubhouse 2 front patio, and that is going to be on Friday, and that starts around 10 a.m. The American Legion Post 257 will present colors and serve light refreshments. And then we are also going to have a special this day for Veterans Day. We're going to be interviewing Cynthia Connors, and she's going to tell us all about her service in the military. All right, stick around. When we come back, we'll have Manuel Gomez. Stay tuned.
Achieve a level of comfort you've never known before. The Daydreamer will take you through smooth movements and guide you effortlessly into your favorite positions. Adjust the power pillow for ideal support for your head and neck. This and our positioning technology allows for infinite relaxation. Lay back in zero gravity while watching TV and put your body and mind at ease. Lift your spirits and find your favorite daydream. Contact your local Golden retailer today.
We are the first light after a cancer diagnosis.
The illuminated entry point to life-saving cancer therapies and novel treatments,
often sought by the rest of the world.
We are a dedicated team of more than 400 physicians
and 1,000 scientists and researchers.
We are cancer-focused, but human-centric.
We are thousands of breakthrough discoveries.
We are where cancer stops.
And life keeps on getting lived.
The future of cancer treatment is here.
Edmonds Hallmark in Laguna Niguel is now an Elam's Hallmark, and we are excited to be part of your community. We have just remodeled, and you will be surprised by the wide variety of fashion and accessories, home decor, collectibles, Disney, Peanuts, Harry Potter, and Star Wars, along with the largest Hallmark card selection in town. Stop in today and sign up for our Crown Rewards program and get a free Just Because card. Once a member, you can get a free card once a month. Elam's Hallmark, your neighborhood gift store.
Time to play by your own rules. It's out with the old way of getting older and in with the new age of celebrating your age. At Alignment Health, senior health care is all we do. Our Medicare Advantage plans are leading the charge, so you can be the one in charge.
I love being in charge.
Because life should be a celebration, not a resignation. Welcome to a new era of aging. Alignment Health Plan.
Welcome back. Well, we have Manuel Gomez here, who is our Director of Maintenance and Construction Department here at the Village. Well, welcome. Nice to have you.
Thank you. It's nice to be here.
We talked a while ago, and so lots been happening, of course. You've got lot of things that you have to tend to. But before we get into that, Manuel, can you just introduce us to you, like how long you've been here, and because a lot of people have moved into the village and don't know you.
Yeah, and I still consider myself a bit of a rookie here. I've been here just shy of 16 months.
Okay.
And my department in particular has gone through a little bit of a transition with our management group. And so I'm quickly becoming the senior member of the staff with just 16 months in. But it's been an enjoyable learning curve, and I'm still very much excited about being here.
Where did you used to work?
I work for a private consulting firm. I have for the last 3 years before coming here. Prior to that, I worked in local government. I worked for the city of Santa Ana, city of Irvine, a few other smaller municipalities. So,
okay. And was it all related to this type of work?
It's always been in what in the government sector is referred to as public works, which is like maintenance of all of the infrastructure and facilities.
Right. Well, again, those are always very difficult. As we were talking off camera, you know, this has been around. This village has been around since 1960, right? And so it's a lot of upkeep. It's a large property, so you pretty much have to treat it like a city.
We really do, and actually Laguna Woods Village itself, size-wise and population-wise, is larger than many of the smaller cities in Orange County.
Right.
So it really is like a small city in itself. Our department, shortly after I arrived, I worked with our CEO, and we did a slight restructuring of our department.
Okay.
We have 2 assistant directors that really focus on customer service in our delivery areas.
Okay.
We operate with 5 operating divisions, we call them.
Right.
They're shown on the slide there.
Yeah.
And I mentioned my tenure here with the village. 5 out of our 6 or 7 managers also have less than 16 months in their positions.
Okay.
So it's a relatively new group to the village. So there's a little bit of a learning curve. But one of the positives, I think, is that there's a lot of fresh eyes looking at things with a new perspective.
Right.
And I think that's been very beneficial.
Well, absolutely, because you know they might come across something that they've experienced at another job and say, oh, you know, this might be really helpful here.
Yeah.
Right, so you bring a lot. You said new eyes, right? But you bring a lot of different experiences too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Take full advantage of that.
Well, good. Well, good. I think that's a good thing to do. So, what are some of the things that you've been working on?
Well, in our capital group, they've been busy taking care of both facilities and new projects. On the slide, you'll see just a couple of recently completed work, some street paving in a couple of the cul-de-sacs. The mutuals and GRF continue with their replacement of the barbed wire around the perimeter of the village.
Right.
And so we're replacing those with the wrought iron, otherwise known as shepherd's crook wrought iron fencing. And then just internally, one of our parking lots, which was in need of some lighting, we had some parking lights installed down at the maintenance yard. That's really helped our employees, particularly now with the time change. And then there's some facility projects that we've been working on. We're really pleased with the way things at the Performing Arts Center have been moving along.
Good.
We recently refurbished the billiards room and a couple of the kitchens, and so that's moved along really well.
Now, when you talk about the refurbishing, does that mean you have a picture here of the billiards table? Is it the tables and the flooring, or just the tables?
Both.
Oh, okay.
Both. Yeah. New carpeting, new wall treatments.
Oh, great.
New seating areas. So even the windows were reglazed with the new tinting. So
good.
It keeps the glare out while the folks are doing their games. So it's worked out really well. It's worked out really well.
Right.
On the lower right, you see a picture of the pickleball facility across the way here. That was a really fun project because the members of that club raised funds themselves. I think they raised almost $25,000 and then donated that money, and we were able to get some additional lighting to help them enjoy that amenity.
Oh yeah, and it was welcome because, you know, during the heat of the summer there, you don't want to play pickleball out there because it gets scorching hot. So at night, that was awesome. Now, what are some of the? It looks like residents. Oh, I just actually visited this the other day. It looks great in there.
It does. Our resident services call center was slightly remodeled to make it more efficient and make it easier and for our supervisor to oversee and help with the incoming calls.
Okay.
So it's really helped out making that whole operation there more efficient.
Okay, great. And then what's happening there on the right?
On the right
my
is
left,
the well on my on the right is that Performing Arts Center project that we talked about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All right. Oh, so but that's
Yeah, that's one of the kitchens that was remodeled.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, great. All right, perfect. Well, good. Well, see, like I said, you're very busy. All right, now we've got some stuff that's not the fun, pretty stuff.
Which it's what I call the bread and butter of our department. This is the maintenance operations, probably the largest divisions that we have. Over 70% of our staff is in the maintenance area. And so one of the programs that we do is the fumigation tenting for termite infestations in our buildings. Typically, we tent about 50 buildings a year, roughly, off and on, depending on the extent of the termite infestations. And residents are offered a hotel stay as part of that program, because they do need to vacate the building while they're doing that. So we have a very, I think, very well-planned, very thought-out way of coordinating with others to make sure that they have plenty of notice, and we try to work with them as best as possible to accommodate their schedule. As part of that same program, we are treating some of the dry rot that happens in some of these buildings. A lot of our buildings are wood frame. You see a picture there of a balcony that had some dry rot. It's being treated, taken care of. We proactively do that as best as possible, but in many cases, it's a reactive method once we've discovered that the element has gone to a point where it needs to be replaced.
Right, okay.
A really interesting program is our epoxy lining program. We actually are the infrastructure in our village is relatively old, and our plumbing and water lines are starting to approach an age where they're deteriorating. So we get a lot of plumbing stoppages, backups. We get a lot of water leaks. And so to prevent that from happening, we have a program where we go through and line the inside of the pipe, the sewer pipe, that's the blue pipe in the middle, with an epoxy coating. That makes it relatively almost like new, and for all intensive purposes, eliminates any future stoppages that happen.
Now, is that in that one picture that's on the side? It looks like it's in the bathroom. Is that
the
how
one
you
on the
put it
right
in?
is actually the same process, but it's for the copper water lines. And so what we do is that piece of equipment there gets attached to all the fixtures inside a manor. And then it's a spray type of a system that sprays a similar epoxy into the smaller copper pipes.
Wow.
And again, it basically seals the pipes, the deteriorating pipes. As long as the pipes aren't extremely deteriorated, it provides a really good coating and a really good seal that practically eliminates any water intrusions.
How long does that last for?
It lasts a long time. I don't have an exact date, but it's almost 30, 40, 50 years.
Oh, no kidding. Oh, that's great. And you know what? Of course, the village isn't the only place that has to do this. So many people way back when, used not the copper, but they used the other pipes, and they just don't last very long.
It's a really good alternative to having to repipe a house, which a lot of people will do. It's very expensive. So this is a good option for that.
Okay, excellent. And then we've got the arches. Is that, what are you guys doing there?
That's part of our exterior paint program. So right now, both mutuals, United and Third, both are on a 15-year paint cycle. So we programmatically make our way around the village. And every building gets a fresh coat of exterior paint every 15 years.
Great. Do you pretty much keep the same colors, or do you guys sometimes switch it out?
Some buildings get to choose a color, and then most pretty much is the same.
Okay. All right, damage restoration.
This is one of our divisions that we hope our residents never have to interact with, but every now and then we do have a water line break or some other incident that causes damage to a unit. We have contract services that come out and will address that damage that happens. First, they'll dry down whatever area got damaged. We'll bring in another contractor to make a repair. And then in some cases, if the damage was caused by something that the manor owner did, maybe they made a modification to a plumbing fixture or something like that, and that resulted in damage, then we will request reimbursement from that owner for that incident. The good thing about that is that many of our residents carry their own homeowner's insurance, and they're able to submit that claim to their insurance policies. So this group is always very good about reminding residents of the importance of having their own insurance,
Right.
because we only go in and repair the damage. We don't cover all of their personal losses.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Oh, exactly. Now, the funny thing is when you first walked into our studio, you looked up into the ceiling and goes, have you had any moisture intrusion?
yeah,
Because it's pouring rain outside right now. And yeah, no, we've
exactly.
been doing really well. So,
Good.
so we appreciate you looking out for us there. If you find something, let us know.
Will do, will do.
And then now one thing that was interesting is that there are, like you show a picture here of, it looks like a garage door had broken.
Every now and then, one of our residents will accidentally damage some mutual property.
Oops.
And so this group works with our insurance and our risk manager to make the repairs and then assist the resident in getting their insurance to take care of the problem.
Right, okay, excellent. All right, and then Manor Alterations. I just met a few of those folks last week, which was great, and they're all working hard. A lot of things going on there.
There's a lot of things going on. Many of our residents choose to upgrade their units, and anytime that anyone is going to do that, we do require that they get the consent of the mutual to do that.
Right.
Some mutual consents are a little more extensive than others. Some are very quickly over the counter. Some require committee or board review. So depending on what you're going to do and the extent that you want to make alterations to your manor, you're going to interact with this group. We've been focused on this group for the last 6 to 8 months, trying to do everything we can to improve customer service, streamline the application process, make it as easy as possible for residents and their contractors to get through the process.
Right.
But just to give you an idea of how busy this group is, just through September of this year, we've already processed more than 1,400 mutual consents.
Okay.
And the other part of this is if somebody is selling a unit, a manor in the village, they are required to get an inspection from our resales group. We want to make sure that residents haven't, again, not knowing that they needed to get consent, have made some modifications. We want to catch up with that, make sure we get corrected, and any corrections that need to be made and get our files updated.
Right.
And then lastly, the last bullet, that we just recently held a very successful open house.
Yeah.
We invited contractors and real estate agents in the community to come share with us their experience. Again, all with the intent of trying to improve our service levels. We were very pleased. We had a really good turnout.
Great.
Actually, a lot of residents came who maybe were in the middle of processing their own alterations or were thinking about it. We had over 130 people there, took a lot of good questions, and we thought it worked out really well. We're going to plan on doing a few more of those next year.
I think that's a great idea, right? Because some people don't really know where to go, especially because you have a lot of contractors. I mean, unfortunately, I had an incident the other day where my friend was saying, well, she had a contractor, he did half the work, and then he didn't show up for the rest of the work, which is bizarre, but I guess it happens.
Yeah, it does happen, and what we're trying to do now is make sure that we get out as much information as possible so that everybody at least understands what the process is going to be.
Right.
Recognizing there's always going to be glitches and someone's going to have a contractor who maybe has to change in the middle of it. So our staff is here to help and answer questions and try to make that as painless as possible for our
And
residents.
then would you also be able to help them with our referrals?
We don't do that any further.
Okay.
The mutuals used to do that in the past, but they're not doing that anymore.
Okay, great. All right, perfect. Well, thank you so much. This is excellent information. I appreciate you sharing it with us. And keep up the good work.
Thank you. It's good to see you.
You too.
Take care.
If you want more information about anything related to maintenance and construction, you can always send an email to generalmanager@vmsinc.org, and we will forward that to the appropriate person. We'll be right back. Welcome back. As I mentioned, we have Dr. Ivan Ho here from OC Pro Smiles. Well, Dr. Ho, welcome and thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having me, Lisa.
Now, we have talked to you before on a variety of different subject matters, and today is an exciting thing that we're going to talk about. However, before we get to it, tell me a little bit about your facility.
I would love to. Oh, my place, my office is located in Laguna Hills, straight across from Gate 4 off of Beckingham in Building C. Funny story is I started there about 30 years ago, then moved out towards Rancho Santa Margarita to raise a family, and now they're all grown. I'm back in this area.
You're back in the area.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, that's wonderful. And you are not just cosmetic dentistry, you're a full dental facility. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, great. Now, today we are going to be demonstrating and talking about it's an intraoral scanner, correct?
That's correct.
Tell me exactly what that is.
Great, thank you. Do you remember in the olden days, and even currently now, whenever a dentist has to work on a teeth, they have to make a duplicate. So usually we make impressions. That gooey stuff, that awful tasting stuff, and you have to sit there for about 5 minutes. And then if it doesn't come out right, then you got to start the process all over. Well, this intraoral camera, video, scanner, eliminates all that.
Okay.
It takes it in less than half the time and no more gooey stuff in your mouth.
Well, I can tell you that I am a fan already. I haven't even tried it, but honestly, when they have to press down and that stuff is going to the back of your throat, it is just awful. So I am game. All right, so we're going to actually demonstrate how this is used, and then you'll walk us through what's happening, right?
Absolutely.
Okay,
yes.
good. All right, perfect. So I'm going to move a little closer here. We're going to open up your computer here, and you'll be able to watch as we are doing this. You can see here on the scan, on the monitor is going to be a scan, and then we'll also have that for them up close too. So this is great. Yeah, I'm a guinea pig a lot of the time. You know, why not? You know, I like going to the dentist.
I've had all your information entered there earlier.
Oh, you did?
So,
Okay, good,
yes.
good. Yeah, this is great.
Okay,
And it's
so this is how it
painless.
works. Yes.
Okay.
Turn this on.
Okay.
And
Oh,
the
nice.
flashing light just takes all the pictures there. So we're going to do your lower arch right there. And it's preparing to load. And all you have to do is put this in there, and you hear a lot of clicking sound. And we'll start in the back. And each click represents a photograph. Takes your gums, your teeth. You have beautiful teeth, by the way. How are we doing? All right, we are just about finished. And that's it. We're
Wow.
finished. We just took your lower right quadrant.
Okay. That is cool. And so it will automatically create an impression.
Yes, there it is.
Oh, there it is. Wow, that is so cool. Look at that. So when you do the whole mouth, upper and lower, how long does that take?
Probably about 3 minutes.
Oh, okay,
Full
that's not
arch-
bad at all.
Yes, yeah.
But now dentists are always really good about asking you questions and commenting when you have things in your mouth. You guys always do that.
You know, you're absolutely right. I don't know why. I always ask a question when we have 10 fingers in your mouth.
It's true. But this is a great thing. And now this is fairly new, right?
Yes, it's been around for a few years, but every year they've improved on it.
Okay.
So.
Only a few years, though.
Yes.
Now, this particular device, you have it in your office, and is it just one device, or do you have multiple devices? So,
Right now, I have one.
Okay, okay. And you're using it regularly. You don't use the old way anymore, or are you still doing
I would say
both?
about 95% with a scanner. Still 5% of the time, if it's really far in the back or the patient has a very limited opening, I would still have to resort to an impression as a backup.
Okay, yeah, but you know, this is a great thing. And then, you know, how did you find out about this? I know that you are probably keeping up to date on all the latest technology, and it's just moving very fast. How did you find out about it?
Yes, I credit that to the American Dental Association.
Okay.
They always keep us very well updated and informed with pretty much any subject.
Okay.
And by attending continuing educations and going to all these courses, they're always bringing up new stuff. So.
That is awesome. That's great. Well, anything else you'd like to tell us about your office and facility?
Yes, I'm a general dentist by training. My passion is cosmetic and implant dentistry.
Okay.
Our mission statement is we can help as many people as we can to chew comfortably and smile confidently.
I like that. All right. Well, thank you so much. We appreciate the information.
Thanks for having me here, Lisa.
You're welcome. And if you want more information about what we've just discussed or demonstrated, you can go to prosmilesoc.com. We'll be right back.
Pro Smiles OC, you get Orange County's best and most experienced dentist. Dr. Ivan Ho is an award-winning cosmetic and implant dentist that has been treating patients in South OC and Laguna Woods for over 30 years. Safety and cleanliness is our #1 priority, and now your routine dental work is more comfortable than ever. We use digital x-rays to minimize radiation and digital scans for crowns and inlays in-house, allowing patients to leave with final restorations in the same appointment. Let Dr. Ho and his team give you a reason to smile. Call Pro Smiles OC today.
A few announcements for you about activities that are coming up this week. The Cat Club is having a Cat Club meeting, and they are going to be having the Humane Society of the U.S. is going to be participating. That'll be at Clubhouse 5 from 12:30 to 3, and if you would like to attend, members are free and guests are $3. For more information, go to lagunawoodscatclub.com. And then we have an EV open house. It's going to be on Thursday, November 17th, and that is put on by the Car Club. That will be at 2 p.m. in the Clubhouse 5 parking lot. They're going to have a variety of different electric vehicles, and you can talk with the owners. For more info, call Lynn at 323-445-3349. All right, let's take a look at our weather. It is raining today, and it will rain through the evening. However, we are looking at clearing skies the rest of the weekend. Not too warm, but nice. 58-51, 59-49, 62-49, 65-51, and 65-50. All right, don't forget that today is midterm elections. Make sure that you vote today. Polls are open until 8 p.m. If you have a ballot that you would like to mail in, it does need to be postmarked by today. Stay tuned for the United Board meeting, and we will be back again tomorrow at 9 a.m. Bye-bye.
Looking for a change of scenery? You don't have to play golf to enjoy all that 19 Restaurant and Lounge has to offer. From a delicious breakfast menu to our delectable lunch and dinner specials. At 19 Restaurant and Lounge, there is something for everyone. Relax with your friends and family and take in the beautiful view from our spacious patio. Or enjoy a cocktail and appetizer in our lounge. 19 Restaurant and Lounge is a great place to socialize, enjoy a meal, or simply take in the view. Join us 7 days a week and experience Laguna Woods' exclusive dining experience.
Dr. Farman, a tremendously generous dentist, did the work for me throughout my mouth, and I am happy to say my mouth is back to where it was, and my smile is back.
We are now fully open for all your dental needs and invite you to come in and experience the brilliant smile difference.
We offer general dentistry, crowns, dentures, root canals, and oral surgery, including immediate tooth replacement with implants. We are close to Gate 6.